Hello everyone, hi, how are you guys doing? Welcome back to another episode of a Torchwood reaction. This is Earth Live, and my name is Matt. Okay, so before we do anything, I want everyone to know that I am unbelievably sleep deprived. I have a neck pain, so my neck hurts. And more importantly, I am super sick, and I had a sneezing fit that has lasted the entire day, yeah. So this recording session might get bad. Hopefully, it won't happen. I've purposely tried to avoid this to happen because I think I remember recording a Doctor Who episode I think it was like Witches Familiar, where I was like super sick and I just forced myself to do it anyway, and it was bad. And since then, I've been trying for this not to happen again, but it's happening right now. So I'm just letting everyone know right away that I am not okay, and that I might start sneezing or I'm just gonna die at some point randomly during the recording session. Whatever. Let's hope things are fine. Luckily, I think I'm one of those people that I can have like an on and off switch regarding my energy, and I can just activate my energy and I can just go. The problem is the sickness, okay? That is the actual problem. The sleep deprivation, not so much, but the actual sickness and the sneezing is the bad part. Sneezing is also like the worst thing for me because I have very loud sneezes, and once they start, they don't stop. Given by the fact that they have been happening the entire day for like 10 hours, they haven't stopped. So we'll see what we do. But whatever. Let's talk about some Torchwood. So last time on Torchwood, we had, what was it? It was the time travel episode. Hey, I got the shirt again. So I actually wore that shirt for that episode, but I didn't realize that it was like thematic. Not even while watching it, not even during the discussion, I realized that I had a fucking Back to the Future shirt. And then when I was thinking about what to write for the description for the episode, I saw, okay, it's the Out of Time episode. Out of Time. That kind of sounds like the Back to the... Wait a second, I have a Back to the Future shirt on that video. And then everything just kind of clicked together, and I was like, yeah, that's good. That's actually really good. That wasn't intentional, but it ended up being really good. So I just wore the shirt again because I also like the shirt, and I like Back to the Future. But anyway, it was an episode where we had a bunch of people that just showed up from the 50s randomly on the 21st century, and they had to adapt to life like that. One of them got a job in London, the other one killed himself, and the other one left, never to be seen again. So there we go. And they intertwine in the like character storylines for each of the Torchwood members, save Tosh and Yanto, I suppose. But like Owen got to hook up with the, I don't remember her name, but like the flying lady, the lady who wanted to fly and just go run away places, right? And I said she would be a great companion. Somebody one up that and said she would be a great doctor, and I would be like, yeah, actually, I can see it. I can totally see it. But yes, so he hooked up with her, fell in love with her apparently, and then she left his ass, and then he was like, fuck. As for Jack, he tried to save the guy who killed himself, but eventually allowed him to do it because he was like, don't condemn me to a life of fucking depression that I don't want to live because I have nothing else. Just let me die with some dignity. So he just did that. And that hit Jack because they are kind of similar people out of time, you know? And then for Gwen, she had a friend. And then she left. She also had like a little bit of a thing with what was his fucking name? Riz. Who gives a shit about Riz, honestly? Gwen doesn't. So yeah, we had a thing with Riz. I will see if that comes back at some point, but yeah, that was Out of Time, and now we're moving into a new episode of Torchwood. So we'll see what happens in this one. I really just want to go, man. I want to go to sleep. So let's just hit this episode. All right. So Torchwood, season 1, episode 11, right? Yeah. Season 1, episode 11. Let's go.
Diane Holmes.
How have you done this to me?
Love, you're always at its mercy.
Oh shit. Okay, so that's gonna carry over. Oh, we will escaped. Okay.
Paris. Little place with the wood paneling.
What is she thinking about?
Waved the steak under the grill and you said, why are you looking at me like that?
Sorry, like what?
Like you'd rather be somewhere else.
Yes.
What's happening to us, Gwen?
I know, I'm sorry.
Is this something I've done? Or not done?
The second.
How was that?
Oh my god. And she's right there. And she smiled.
What happened to you?
Reese, is it? Nice to meet you. Sorry, dude, kind of an emergency. I'll have her back for dessert. Come on.
Hey, hold on, son. That's my girlfriend.
Reese, this is Jack.
Sit down, Gwen.
He's my boss.
Sit the fuck down!
Don't ever speak to me like that.
Yeah.
Hey, she's with me tonight. One night off, you promised.
Don't
you dare.
She's gonna go.
If you go now, Gwen!
Yeah, your guys are done. I mean, you've been done for like, I don't know, half a year. She just hasn't told you yet.
You promised to keep hold of your life. Don't let it drift.
Right, you made that promise to Jack. And your life has drifted the fuck away. Like, really badly. However, I want to say that race is probably not the best you can do.
Get him in, get him in!
You're fucking back! Hey!
They kidnapped the Wibble. Alright, they kidnapped an alien.
Look, I've got dozens of excuses.
Hundreds, thousands, but none of them good enough.
Look, I'll see you later.
I'm not sure what time yet. I've got some work to finish off first.
He's not gonna answer.
Message deleted.
Alright.
Ninth missed call. Work. Do you enjoy your job though?
Look, if you no chatting of the punters, for God's sake.
Tommy, I work in a bar. It's my job to speak to
You're
them.
never happier than when you're flashing your tits at a passing dickhead who used me.
We were having a conversation. One day when you've grown up, you'll realise that's what human beings do.
Tommy, stop! Give me a sack!
You see, it's about using your opponent's aggression to your own ends. Now, I'd suggest you don't pick fights with strangers. And you should really upgrade your boyfriend. What does a man have to do to get some peace in this city?
More erratic than usual since that thing with Diane.
Yep. Didn't think that would last. Oh, you didn't.
My business.
oh my god. There's just like, he's banging everyone but
Oh, and
me.
Diane. Before she took the plane, they had a thing.
And
You knew
Gwen
that, right?
doesn't know about
No,
shit.
yeah, of course I knew that.
Okay.
I just didn't know they had a thing.
Okay.
They have a low level of telepathic ability to share emotion across distance.
That's cool.
You mean you might be feeling the pain of another weevil? Kinda hope we're wrong, though.
Jack, he's bleeding.
Okay. That doesn't look like him.
Oh my god.
Weevil marks.
Okay, he's been weebled.
No, we'd hear it. Help me with the body.
Is that his?
You don't think I'd choose that ringtone?
Don't interfere in things you don't understand.
Oh, he understands plenty.
This is
He's just running away.
Don't leave a message.
Nice try, Owen. I want you back at the hub immediately. We've got a Weevil murder, so get your phony little ass over here now.
Definitely death by Weevil. But he
Okay.
took a right kicking before the throat was punctured. Weevils go for
Okay.
the kill. Straight for the jugular.
He was beaten
face,
before.
back eye,
Okay.
bruises to the cheekbone.
So he was maybe tortured.
They're using weevils to carry out the perfect murder. No fingerprints, no traces of recognizable DNA. A quick, guaranteed death.
Is that what they're
Nothing
doing?
to connect anyone to the murder.
Someone's got to break it to his wife that he's dead.
Okay.
The shittiest part about being a police officer, and I can't get away from it.
You're gonna ask about the thing?
Thanks for your kind words of support.
What do you want me to say? She'll be alright in the end?
You can always count on Owen to make you feel better.
Oh my god, you two are fighting.
Did you?
I didn't want her to go. She went.
Why are we still doing this, me and you?
Fine. Let's not. I was getting bored of your fuck tricks anyway.
Oh my god.
Sometimes, when do you know that?
I do, as a matter of fact.
Oh my god. All these people are fucked up. And it's finally coming together. It's finally falling to pieces.
Owen Harper, you're going into property. Ashiko's in the middle of fixing you a cover story.
Mark Lynch, you're looking to relocate your business to Cardiff.
Yeah.
And you export jellied eels, really?
Huge growth market. China, South America. I'm having a nightmare trying to keep up with demand. I'll get you a batch if you find me the right guy.
I think I'll pass on that. Any family to relocate?
Just me. It's better that way.
We're in. This'll give us everything on his hard drive, including encrypted files.
Okay.
If I can establish a
This
root
nice
code for
sneaking mission.
what he does on this computer from now on, we'll know about it.
These all look like shitholes to me.
Yeah. They are a bit. There are other possibilities. You free at the end of the day?
Yeah.
Why don't we go for a drink?
All just birds answering your phones for you. If that's not success, I don't know what is.
It's all bollocks, really. But if you wanted me to put in a good word.
No. Thanks.
Oh, that's the ominous music of suspicion. He's looking him up.
He'll go for the web link at the top of the page.
Oh.
Then he'll want to know what other people say about the business.
They photoshopped him into like a...
Welcome to the #1 supplier of jellied eels to Britain and Northern Europe.
This is so dumb. When did they set this up? It's gonna call the phone. And you get the Chico.
Harper's Sales. Jenny Long speaking.
I'm sorry, wrong number.
Job done.
I don't know why we went through all that. I felt like that wasn't relevant. Unless it was. We just don't know about it.
Go home. It's not a request. Remember, don't let it drift.
But risk sucks. My god, dude. Okay, so, Gwen, your adventure is falling apart. Your real life is falling apart. So, what now?
Strip club, that sort of thing.
What time will you be back?
I'm not sure.
But I'm in tonight.
Well, I'm not.
Alright.
Why should I talk to you?
Let me tell you what did this to you. 6 feet high, teeth like a shark, rippled skin, and the rage of a wild animal. Am I close?
I was mugged. There was 3 of them. They had knives.
So why were your wounds described by paramedics as bite marks?
Look, I can't help it if they got mixed up.
This creature will attack again.
So tell him to stay silent, I suppose.
And it will be on your conscience.
The psychological warfare. The weight of guilt. Now you'll talk. Okay.
They'll kill me.
Who'd kill you?
Everyone.
We've placed a tracker in its boiler suit so when they capture it, we'll know exactly where they are.
You saw any number of people before then.
I'm with Tosh, so don't tell him what may happen.
We set it loose in the same place where they took the other one. It's deserted this time of night. We'll be with it every step of the way.
Cheers.
Yeah. Cheers.
Oh, the fucking boyfriend, man.
We got a problem here, boys.
Not with you. Come on in. Let's get out of the way.
It's a
No need
1v3.
for you to get involved, son.
Oh. He's jumping to help. Shit. Damn. The fucking real estate man actually got some moves. He was like, "Ooh." Found them. Just fucking pull out your gun and shoot him. Well, no. We want to follow the tracker, right? Yeah.
We would never deliberately put a human being through that. But Weevil's a fair game, is that right?
We need to follow them.
Okay, questioning the morality of Weevil waiting. Oh!
So,
He did have some moves.
what's your outlet?
Who said I was angry?
You're not even living here yet and you got people coming after you.
Yeah, well, some people need teaching a lesson.
I'm not criticising. You're not the only pissed off bloke out there. It's what the world does to us. Fancy a beer?
Yeah, why not?
Success is no worth other than itself. Seriously. I could live without all this. It doesn't define me.
Yeah.
What defines you though?
There's so much more. If you know where to look. It's closer than you think. Something's coming.
There's a weevil in this house, isn't there?
Darkness
Are you also one of the people that can tell us about the afterlife?
is coming.
And the Cthulhu gods that are gonna come from the beyond and kill us? That sounded really cryptic and very suspicious, real estate man. Okay, where's this back?
Look, Gwen.
I need to tell you something.
Okay. Where's this going?
Sort of thing.
I've been sleeping, I've been having sex with someone else.
Okay.
From work. His name's Owen. I mean, he's a bit of a tosser, actually, and it's all going to stop, but...
Shut up.
I'm sorry. I'm really sorry.
You wouldn't do that.
That I have. Because I'm ashamed.
Okay.
And I'm angry. And I need you to forgive me.
Okay. Bit of a selfish request,
And
but...
because I've drugged you.
Oh, shit!
You've done what?
Just sit down, it's nothing. It's just an amnesia pill. Dash a sedative, you'll wake up tomorrow and you forget everything.
This is the... Wow, this is next level.
God, you selfish bitch!
Yes!
I just thought it would give us a chance to get everything out in the open, you know? Get everything out.
But if it's gonna forget anyway, then what the fuck is the point other than for selfish reasons?
Stay with me, Reese. Say you forgive me. Say it's alright, Gwen.
No.
Gwen, it's alright. Gwen, say it, please, Reese.
Oh.
Reese, just say it once. Say it once. I forgive you. Reese, please!
He's not gonna say that shit.
Say you forgive me!
Even if he fucking didn't pass out because you messed up the dose, he's not gonna say it.
Say it, please.
Oh my god, Gwen. Oh my god, Gwen. God, you need therapy. God, every character in this fucking show needs therapy so bad. Oh my god. Oh my god. What the fuck is wrong with you? What the fuck is wrong with all of you? That is so messed up. Oh, something's moving. Okay. The weevil's here, isn't it? What if he's just a dude who beats up weevils? Like, that's his whole deal. He kidnaps weevils, he has like a ton of money. He gets people to kidnap weevils for him, and he just beats them up.
Found one on the street. It took 5 of us to bring it in.
That's it!
I haven't got a clue.
He's just a rich asshole who wants to beat up these weevil shits.
I think it's us, Owen. You and me. In 1,000 years' time, it's what we become when all we have left is our rage.
That's enough! He's only putting up a fight.
We all need a punch bag. So who are you, Owen?
Okay, never mind. Here comes the actual question.
What about Dan Hodges? What about his wife and kid?
I'm not responsible for people's life choices. Who are you, Owen Harper? Is that who you are?
A gun.
A little kid hiding behind a gun.
A little bit. Okay.
Good boy. We're finally getting somewhere. Now we're just 2 blokes. Equal.
Why did you murder Dan Hodges?
I didn't. Dan wasn't murdered, he was one of us.
Tell me what happened.
I can do better than that.
I can show you what happened. Did he record it? Did he do like a snuff film? Something like that? Hey, pizza.
Hello?
Why are you here, when? Did you just need to talk to someone?
Anyone?
Literally anyone. Yep. Nope. Does he have a fight bit between his guys, people that he pays money to, and the weevils? I think it is like a fight bit.
All this like we heard.
I think it is a fight bit.
You'll find out.
They just let the weevil loose to fight like a bunch of dudes. Sit down and eat some pizza. Pizza's always good. Oh, I think I'm gonna order a pizza tonight. She's just fucking crying her eyes out. You're disgusting. And you feel disgusting with yourself, and you should. I like this scene. It shows that Gwen is human with big flaws. Big flaws. And she feels like shit because of it, because she realizes them. Okay, human contact.
Jack, can you hear me? What the hell are you doing there? I told you to go home.
There's a text message that's just come through on Dan Hodges' phone.
Yeah, it is a chicken run. It is a fight pit.
Same as us.
People need to let rage out.
All we can do is reduce ourselves to the basics.
It is a fucking fight pit in between people that just want to fight something and weevils, which are not human, so it's clear for people to fight. This dude might die. Fucking shook.
Nice one, mate! Costs $1,000 to enter the cage. Whoever stays in there the longest across the night takes home all the money. You're next!
No, so these guys are paying to put their lives at risk.
The ultimate extreme sport.
To get off of it.
What about Dan Hodges, Mark?
He wouldn't come out. Just stood in the middle of the cage and let them maul him. I think he got in there and he realised he didn't want to live enough.
This has to stop. More people are gonna die.
You're gonna get stopped, bro. Owen. Taking the moral high road here. This guy's just gonna take you out. Of course he has a gun. He's a rich asshole.
Lower the gun. And then I will get into the cage.
He's trying to pull the same move you pulled on him earlier. Okay. Now I go. What is it gonna do?
It's like looking into the darkest recesses of your own soul.
Open the door.
What is it gonna do? Or is it just gonna let it kill him? He's just giving up in life. Oh yeah, he just wants to kill himself. Yeah, they're gonna save him. Or not. Shut up. There we go.
Owen!
Get off me! That's enough!
Help me, Jack! Let me get him out!
Owen, come on, come on.
Yes, stretcher!
You did this to him.
He did it to himself. He had no fear.
Yeah, he wanted to die.
These creatures are to be left alone. Go back to your lives. What are you doing?
It's over.
He's just gonna kill himself too. Like Owen, no fear. And Jack's gonna let him. He's just gonna go on his own terms. Alright. I feel like there's many situations where Jack just lets people kill themselves. Or just lets people die. Given it's for the greater good or whatever, often, but like...
Want us to apologize?
For a few seconds in that cage, I felt totally at peace. And then you blunder in.
God, y'all need therapy. Like, oh my god, you need therapy. Everyone needs therapy.
You sure you'll be alright?
Give us a moment alone.
Oh! He's channeling his inner weevil. That's what he's doing. End of episode. Alright. Okay, that was combat. Okay, so... This is a very Owen and Gwen focused episode, but individually. Because they are pretty much splitting, it appears. Maybe, maybe not. We'll see what happens with that. But okay, so I'm just skimming through the episode. I'm not registering anything that is happening on my screen right now because I'm kind of fucked up right now. So okay, back. Sorry, I'm trying to reboot my brain. I'm trying to not sneeze. I'm fine. Okay, I'm okay. So beginning of the episode happens. We're chasing Weevils. A Weevil gets taken away by a random band, and it's like, okay, it's like a rival, like alien organization or whatever, or like I don't know, like a private collector or some shit. So they send Owen on a undercover mission into this real estate guy's firm, when he's trying to figure out, okay, oh, wait a second. Yeah, the guy that they saw at the hospital, and they were asking him about the Weevil, and he was like, they would kill me. And they asked him who would kill you, and he said everyone. He meant everyone at the fight club, at the fight pit, right? So, okay, now that is solved. But, like, okay. So, Owen goes undercover, and he ends up buddying up with this random rich guy from the real estate firm, I suppose, who then Owen sneaks into, like, a closed-off room in his house, and he discovers a Weevil that has been tied up. And he's like, all right, okay. So that told me, okay, so the people that are taking the Weevils away are not people that want to, like, collect aliens or whatever. It's just a dude who's just a rich asshole, and he just got a couple people, he just got a couple people in he just hire random people in order to take the Weevils that they just find on the streets. Somehow they are able to track them. They just get them, and then they just wait. I'm gonna order a pizza because I just saw that Gwen was eating pizza. I'm seeing that right now on my screen, and I remember there's like a coupon today in order to get like the discount on a pizza. And I really want a pizza, and I'm dying. I need some joy in my life right now, so I'm gonna order a pizza real quick. This is just kicking my ass. So anyway, I just ordered a pizza. So let's talk about Gwen and what the fuck she did this episode that was so messed up. Like, that was, like, clearly messed up. And, like, here's the thing. It's sort of like, I have praised Gwen for some of her attitudes in the past. I've also been hard on Gwen for some of her attitudes in the past. But often I feel like I shrug it off because I'm just like, yeah, well, fuck it. Riz doesn't really matter because the show doesn't frame it as if it matter, and in fact it doesn't. In fact, it actually doesn't. And they even make a point to show that Riz is kind of a dick too. Like, he's not a great guy or anything. Like, it's not like the most amazing person in the world in order for you to feel bad for him. I kind of don't, because at the very beginning, Gwen was with Riz and they were out having dinner or whatever at a restaurant, and Gwen was just absent, as Riz said. He noted that, and it's understandable for him to be like, okay, what the fuck are we doing? But if her boss shows up, he's wounded, like he was clearly attacked, and he's chasing some shit that he saw because he saw it, and then he comes up to Gwen and goes like, Gwen, help me out. We need to like find this thing, chase it off, and get it in, and he's like, wait, no, mate, she's with me tonight. She said she had the day off or whatever. And Gwen is like, he's my boss, Riz. Like, I have to. And he's like, no, you say just stay here with me, Gwen. And like, he'll like yell at her. What did he actually say? What was the actual yell? He just yelled, sit the fuck down! And that was the moment that they were like, alright, fuck you. And then they just walked away. Because, like, to be fair, yes. Like, she's not your possession, dude. Given nothing of what Gwen is doing is good either. Like, I'm not taking any sides here. I'm just pointing out that this is a dysfunctional relationship, and I'm pointing out why it is a dysfunctional relationship. The bigger problem is still the fact that Gwen is like, alright, so I've been banging this dude because I don't give a shit about you. Well, I don't know if she doesn't. She actually doesn't. Because what she did here was like, well, that doesn't really damage Riz in any meaningful way. But it's like, it's so fucked. So, moving onwards, what she actually did, and we need to like deconstruct this shit. And I'm sick. My I have a runny nose. I'm always like 5 seconds away from starting a sneezing fit. Like I'm trying really hard for that not to happen. I have a headache now. I'm super hungry. I'm super sleep deprived, and my neck hurts, dude. I'm fucked. But what Gwen did here. So she went back home because Jack told her to do that. Because Jack actually made her make a promise in like episode 2 that she wouldn't let her leave her life drift away. Because everyone else has let their lives drift away because of Torchwood. So Jack made Gwen promise that she was not going to do that. And Gwen completely forgot about that, given I also completely forgot about that. But she did like everything but keep her life together. So she went and fucked Owen. She doesn't give a shit about Riz. She's always chasing aliens or whatever. She doesn't care. Like she has like random ass characters that we see on like random ass episodes too. Like I don't think she cares in the slightest. Thing is that she goes back home early. Sneezing. I'm sorry. So she goes back home early because Jack told her to. She goes home and Riz is going out. Riz is going out for drinks with friends or whatever to a strip club or whatever. He doesn't care because of course he doesn't care. So Gwen goes and she's like, I'm in tonight. Like I'm back. I have the night off. And he's like, well, I don't. So fuck you. And he just left. Then he came back early because they just ditched him because Riz fucking sucks apparently. So then Gwen was like, okay, so I had some drinks, prepare pretty much. So she just set them and he just gave one to Riz. And Riz is like, all right, drinking. And then Gwen is like, okay, I gotta tell you something. And Riz is like, what kind of thing? And Gwen is like, okay, so I've been sleeping with someone from work. And Riz is like, I was low-key expecting to flipping on the table and Riz to be like, I've also been sleeping with someone. But no, he didn't do that. He just went, what the fuck? You wouldn't do something like that. He was actually shook. He was like, oh my god. Which is like, honestly, like, what the actual, like, reaction. Just like, oh my god, you didn't. Why would you do that? You wouldn't do that. It's like the denial and like, oh my god, my girlfriend is a fucking slut and she cheated on me. She's a fucking traitor, whatever. She's the biggest piece of shit in the world. That wasn't the worst part of the scene. Because then Gwen said, okay, so let's go through that, like every piece of dialogue that was said in that scene. What are you telling me? Because I'm ashamed and I'm angry and I need you to forgive me. And the moment she said that, I was like, that sounds selfish. And then she said, and because I've drugged you. And I'm like, oh my god. And then she goes, it's just an amnesia pill, dash of sedative. You wake up tomorrow and forget everything. So immediately I got, okay, so the only reason why she would do such a thing, because like the thing is that talking about this shit, if your partner doesn't remember it, it doesn't matter. And the only reason why you would do that is not in order to fix things. It's because you want some absolution for your sins. You want the person to tell you, it's okay, I forgive you. And then don't forget everything about it. And then you can continue keep doing whatever the fuck you want. But like, so I don't know what Gwen was expecting. Because like, okay, so Riz passed out like immediately, okay? So she got the like mixture wrong probably. But like, he passed out immediately, he didn't say anything. I don't know what Gwen was expecting after she told him, I've drugged you. Like, she just dropped, I've been cheating on you with someone from work, and also I just drugged you so you won't remember this conversation. Please forgive me. Like, bitch, what? Like, bitch, what? Like, if he hadn't if he hadn't passed out and forgotten everything, if that was just a regular conversation without those side effects, he would just dump your ass right there. He would just walk right from the house. He wouldn't even tell you anything. Well, one or two things. He would walk out of the house and just disappear from your life completely, or he would have beaten you to death. And I would understand either of those for if they had happened. I would have understood why they had happened. Because what the fuck was that you just did? And it's such a selfish thing to do. And it's one of those things where it's like, okay, so rationalizing why she did that, she's not thinking rationally. She's thinking emotionally. Because... So Gwen needs something to ground her life in a way. And she didn't have that until she met Torchwood. So she kind of had that with Riz until she met Torchwood. Then Torchwood became that. Then Owen became that alongside Torchwood. And now Owen is like, I had a thing with Diane. And then she's like, well... Also, there was a scene with Gwen and Owen talking. And it was a weird scene. And it was kind of messed up because it was like... Both of them were upset at each other. And like Gwen was being like super selfish. Thanks for your kind words of support. What do you want me to say? She'll be right in the end? And then Gwen asked about Diane. I didn't want her to go. She went. And then Gwen goes into like the selfish thing. Why are we still doing this? Me and you. And then Owen goes like, fine, let's not. Just walks away. Like, Owen is a piece of shit here, yes. Gwen is also a piece of shit. Because the thing is that, like, if she cared about Owen, big lip here, but if she cared about Owen, she would be like, okay, you had a thing with that random woman. Are you okay? Because, like, that's the thing. It's not like... If they were doing the friends with benefits, fuck buddy thing, Gwen and Owen, I mean, I feel like you can do that and still care about the person that you're fucking, about their emotions or what they're going through. Also, I forgot to set up my second light. So I'm going to do that real quick before I forget. But if she cared about what was going through Owen's mind and emotions and how he was feeling and just to follow off from the Diane situation, she would actually try and help him out, try and console him in some way. She didn't do that because the thing is that she actually fancies Owen. She doesn't just want to fuck him. She actually has a thing. I'm not necessarily saying she's in love with him. Because what is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Because I feel like no characters in the show are capable of feeling the emotion of actual love. Maybe to a degree, but like that is more like obsession attachment. What we're seeing here. So the fact that Gwen immediately goes like, okay, I heard you had a thing with Diane. So what the fuck are we then? Why are we still doing this thing then? If you're just gonna go and fuck someone else and be in love with them. And Owen is like, alright then, we're just not going to do that anymore. And just walks away, and then Gwen is like, you're such a piece of shit. And it's like, yep, both of you are pieces of shit. In a way, you truly do deserve each other. In a way. Actually. So, that was I feel like this episode is well written in that regard. In like, the way the dialogue is set, like the choice of words, give a good indicative of like what is going through the person's mind and what are their emotions. And it's easy for dialogue like this to sometimes have the wrong word. Like even a how do you say this word in English? I don't know how to pronounce it. Synonym, Synolis, the Yokotaro mobile game. Synonym. You use a similar word and it doesn't work. You have to use the specific word that makes the actual thing that the character is feeling come through. And I feel like several moments of dialogue in here, particularly to relationships and drama, they were said correctly. The right words were chosen, and I got a clear understanding of Gwen and Owen and everything here. Okay. So I feel like that was pretty good. But yeah, the fact that Gwen then goes to Reyes and drugs him and just like, forgive me. Like, even as he's passing out, she's not worried about the fact that he passed out too fast, or he might have overdosed. She might have overdosed him. She's just going like, Reese, please tell me it's okay. Please tell me you forgive me. Please say that you forgive me. Please say I forgive you just once. Please say it. Please, like, oh my god, bitch, you need therapy. Like, oh my god, every single character in this fucking show needs therapy. And every episode that we watch is just further proof of that. Like, and this is probably the worst one. Actually the worst one. And I like that after that, Gwen goes to Torchwood with pizza and goes like, is anyone here? Because like, she just needs something to ground her in a way. Like, I feel like I'm thinking back to that. That is a pretty good character trait for Gwen that I feel like I'm just realizing now. Because we have a character like Owen who's trying to be alone. Owen is just trying to be alone. He goes for a drink and he doesn't want anyone to talk to him. He's just like, I just want to be left the fuck alone. And then he just left and just went off by himself and just sat there in some fucking dog or whatever. He was just hanging out there on his own. Gwen, on the other hand, I feel like she needs people around her. She needs someone to be with her to an unhealthy degree, right? It's like she's leeching off of someone. So she was leeching off of Riss. Then Torchwood happened, and she just leeched off the Thrail and the entire Torchwood theme, and in a way, maybe Jack. Then she started leeching off of Owen, who is a way more exciting lover than Riz is, I suppose. Or maybe the entire situation brings the thrill. But she's leeching off of Owen, and now that fell apart, and Riz fell apart, and Torchwood is like, no, go back home, because fuck you. You need to keep your life together. Now she doesn't have a boyfriend, she doesn't have Torchwood, and she doesn't have Owen. Therefore, Gwen has nothing, and the moment that she goes back to Torchwood and she goes like, is anyone here? It's like she needs someone to be there. She needs someone to be there for her and ground her, because her reality is entirely dependent on something to be there for her, right? So the fact that there's no one, and then she just sits there in like the Torchwood couch, just starts eating pizza and just crying and just bawling her eyes out, and just like, I think she was like shaking and shit. It was like very loud and visible, like that moment. She's like choking on the pizza as she's eating it. So I really like that scene. I feel like that does a lot about Gwen's character that I feel like I couldn't put it into words, like I didn't realize it, but I felt it, you know? I felt the fact that she's one of those like very social people that like needs someone to be there for her or something. But like she's not necessarily like super empathetic about it, right? Like, or like, no, because I feel like she realizes what she's doing and she realizes how it makes other people feel, but she just decides not to give a shit because her sense of like thrill or whatever she's feeling that makes her feel like she belongs somewhere is a priority over in what way she's fucking over other people's lives and whatever she's making other people feel. And that is displayed in interactions obviously with Riz, like every single one. Some with Owen, and even a little bit with Torchwood, I suppose. Like, I feel like Gwen, as soon as something cool or new or exciting shows up in front of her, she's gonna be like, I'm gonna ride that dick. Even if it doesn't have one, I'm gonna ride that metaphorical dick because I'm so into that. and everything else kind of stops mattering, and then it's like, well, what the fuck were we to you? And it's like, well, I don't know. I don't care. I'm just gonna drug you and you're gonna forget that I ever fucking backstab you and jumped into like the next bandwagon that was cooler than you. Like, it's like she needs something and someone at all times, but she doesn't. She's never with anyone for the reason that she likes the person, just because she wants to have something that makes her feel good herself. And so she will jump into the next thing that makes her feel better than the previous thing without any regard for it. Okay, so I feel like that is nailed down exactly what Gwen is doing at all times. That is pretty fucked because it is selfish. And I feel like this episode showcased it like amazingly in a couple interactions, in particular the wrist like drugging scene. That was like way too much. That was like, holy shit, you suck. But anyway, let's jump into like the actual Owen side of the story, and I guess a little bit on the conflict. So the conflict is the Weevil escaping whatever, and then we find out there's just some rich dude and whatever. Owen discovered them. So the rich dude is one of those fucking insults on Twitter. Not even an insult, but like I immediately link an insult into this kind of person. The guy who's just like, oh, I'm just a man, I do all these things, but we need to let our rage out. We men, we humanity, we need to let our rage out in some way, shape, or form. That's what we were made to do. This is what we are supposed to be. You know, that kind of person. You know, they're like, we're all animals anyway, so I'm just gonna fucking punch this out, I don't care. And then they just create a fucking cockfighting ring or chicken fight. What is it? It creates a fight club where people go in and survive against the Weevil and fight it. And then sometimes people die, sometimes they don't, and that's it. Cool. So that's that guy. But the thing about Owen is that Owen is fucking depressed because Diana left. And I suppose Owen was in love with Diana. I'm not sure if it was in love, or if it was I'm obsessed with you in love. Which is a very clear difference, by the way. It's a very clear difference. A word of advice to you from me is to always try to identify if whatever you're feeling is not more on the more obsessive end, or that you care about the person. Caring about only you and what the person means to you rather than the person in question is being in a relationship for selfish reasons. You need to actually care about the person, and that person needs to care about you. Otherwise, it's gonna fall to pieces, and it's not gonna matter at all. And I don't know whether or not Owen cared for Diane. I want to say that he did. I want to say that he actually did care. Because he did have... It's weird, because he did have the moment where he was, like, begging her to stay. Just like, please don't leave me. What about me? And that is a selfish thing to say. But then he backed off and he let her go away. Which is... And, you know, like the classic, like, if you leave something, let it go. And it's like he did do that, but I'm not sure to what degree he was being selfish versus selfless, and that matters a lot. I feel like most of the time he's being selfish, and Gwen is definitely being selfish, and every person in this fucking show is more selfish than selfless, right? So, I don't know what tangent I was on. I took a break to sneeze, so I forgot what I was saying. But like, oh my god, dude. So, Owen hit depression because Diane left. So, if he loved her and he fell in love with this woman for like a week, and that was enough to change his whole life, apparently. And he just decided, all right, I'm just gonna die now. Like nothing matters anymore. Because like, that's the thing about Owen. It's like he never cared about anything or anyone, and then Diane happened, and he cared about her. Suddenly, he has something he care for. Okay, I get it. I'm following. I'm getting it. I actually get it really well. Then he lost that, and now he's just like, all right, nothing matters anymore. Like, fuck it. It's like Diane's gone, and that was like the only thing that ever mattered in my life. So I'm done. Like, there you go. Because like the thing is that before you care about anything, you're immune to life. You're immune to everything that comes your way because you don't care. You never care. You didn't learn to care. Someone shows up in your life. They teach you how to care. Not directly, like actually teaching, but by a display and by just feeling it. You just feel like you care about a person in specific. You just feel like this person means something to you. And that was the dialogue in the previous episode when they were in bed and he was like, I'm fucking scared. Like, what the fuck did you do to me? Like, this is, you should know what happens. Like, I don't know what's going on. And Diane was like, I love you too. Like, that I remember that. And that is supposed to tell you that Owen has never had anyone in his life that ever made him feel, I'm assuming no one ever made him feel like he mattered or that anyone else mattered. But now that is happening, he cares about this person. And this person cares about him, and that's what made him feel that way. So now that this person's gone, thing is that he goes back to what it used to be, right? It goes back to like, okay, I don't care about anything anymore. But that's not the case anymore. Now he cares. Because now that someone has showed him how to care, has showed him that the rest of the world matters, and that there's people out there that matter, and that he matters, now it is impossible for him not to care anymore. He has to care. So now that he cares, but Diane's not here, he's just like, I am just in pain and I want to die. So that's why then when they reach the fight pit and this asshole just tells him at gunpoint, go into the fucking fight pit, Owen is like, I'm going, just lower the gun, bitch. And then he like wills him to do it. And then he walks into the pit. And I was like, what is his plan? What is he gonna do? And then I'm like, oh, he's just gonna let himself get killed, isn't he? Like, he's hit depression, and he's just like, alright, kill me. So then the Weevil attacks him, and he's about to kill him, and then Jack shoots the Weevil. They just barely show up, save his ass, shoot the Weevil. It's all great. And I like that the asshole dude, after Owen, after Owen went for that, and they saved him, he was like, he had no fear. He had like this look on his face, like super surprised. He's like shook. And I like that. And then he went into the cage and he did the same thing that Owen did. He went into the cage and he was like, he had no fear. I'm going to do the same thing. And I'm just going to die like a man. And he just took it and the wheel killed him. And that was it. Because at that point he was like, well, my entire like alien cockfighting ring just fell to pieces. And I'm at least gonna be charged with like, I don't know, manslaughter or whatever. I don't know legality, man. But like, people died, alien kidnapping happened. It's like, sure, I'm done. So I'm just gonna go and just take it. Because here's the thing, is that this dude is someone that doesn't care about anything. This is someone that doesn't care about life. He has nothing going on. So in a way, he is similar to Owen, which is why that whole side of the story kind of centered around that, about him being like, we're not so different, you and I, you know? Even though he knew he was full of shit. But the thing is that then he saw Owen just being like, I don't care, I'm just gonna die, I'm just gonna take it. And he was like, he had no fear. All right, I'm going. I'm just gonna die, I'm just gonna take it. And he did. And Jack just let him kill himself. Because I feel like we have so many scenes where Jack just lets people die. I feel like that's has happened at least like 3 times. So thing is that So the dude dies, they rescue the Weevils or whatever. At the end of the episode, Owen goes to the Weevils and he goes like, and he tries to like scare them. I'm wondering where Owen is going now. Because now he's like rule of bees, like caveman, like, yeah, this is what we're all gonna become, just like anger incarnate, whatever fucking Ben Shapiro was saying here, whatever that asshole dude was saying, he was like, is it Shapiro or Shapiro? I don't know. The thing is, whatever that asshole was saying, is like Owen is like buying into it a little bit. This might never come back again, by the way. They might not follow through on this final scene. It might just be for impact, but whatever. So, anyway, Owen needs therapy. He's self-destructive. He's just straight up self-destructive. He's like, I'm a piece of shit, I don't care. He's one of those people, right? He's one of those people, and he almost killed himself this episode. Cool. Gwen needs therapy because she is royally fucking over other people because she's so fucking selfish. So, yeah, y'all need therapy. Like, that's just a short version for this episode. That's just gonna be the description for this video. Y'all need therapy because holy shit, right? That's just how I feel about this, man. And is there anything else to talk about here? I also just want to go eat my food and just because the pizza just arrived. I just heard it. I just want to go to bed, man. I just want to go to sleep and hopefully tomorrow I feel better. But for now, I feel like this is it. This episode of Torchwood was pretty good because it was pretty heavy on the dramatic aspect of it. And Torchwood is nothing but drama, let's be honest. And I like that. I like that. But like, I feel like this character arcs are finally coming together. They're finally reaching like their end point a little bit, or at least like a very important step of evolution. And I'm wondering where that is gonna go. But like the fact that we're reaching like the season finale, like we haven't started like the I don't know if it's gonna be a two-parter, but if there is one, we haven't started that. Oh yeah, the asshole dudes at one point said like something's coming, something in the dark or whatever. Like making allusion again to like the like Cthulhu shit that Susie said, maybe something like that. But like, okay, so I don't know what to make of that because he was just some dude. So it is something that either puts mind control on people that are just close to death or post death or something like that. And they tap into their minds, or just something that didn't matter at all. It was just a piece of dialogue to be there that we as the audience are going to get, but the dude didn't actually get what he was saying. He was just talking about something else. But like, yeah, I think that is it. And like, yeah, very dramatic episode, character storylines moving forward. Toshiko still hasn't had much. Yanto hasn't either. Yeah. I kind of want to see more from them, honestly, from Yanto and Toshiko. I feel like I'm pretty done with Owen and Gwen. I mean, Gwen is like kind of our main character in many ways, in many respects. Owen, I feel like we've had enough Owen. Like, I feel like I get it, you know? I feel like I'm good. I want to get more Yanto and Tosh, but I feel like this season we're going to be doing Owen and Gwen and maybe Jack. And Tosh and Yanto maybe we'll do next season or something like that, because I feel like this is like a storyline that has been ongoing the entire season, right? And now that we're in episode 11, we're reaching the end of it. So that's how I feel about it. But yeah, I think that's it. So yeah, I think that's it for this episode of Torchwood. And yeah, thank you for being here. Sorry I was so fucked up and sick the entire time. Okay, everyone, thank you so much for watching this episode of Torchwood. If you would like to see next one, it should be up on Patreon already, unless I'm super sick and I didn't get to record it in time. I'm sorry. Should be up on Patreon. Check out the links in the description. I'll see you next time, okay? Take care, everyone. Bye.